Fire away.
When you think about the readiness of C.J. and the entire offense, how are you feeling about him putting his great team?
Feeling good about our preparation with CJ and the offense. They had a really good practice today, and looking forward to them to continue to improve on what they've been doing. Right, they're doing a really good job. Bobby's doing a good job with those guys. And just keep getting better one day at a time. We'll see how we end up.
Into your process in selecting captains, was it coach voted, was it player voted? How was that?
Yeah, for captains and how we vote on that, that's strictly the players. Right, and that's what it's about. It's about the players, not about the coaches, the leader. Players in the locker room know who the leaders are, and that's how we went about voting for captains.
Were you determined for?
Yes, sir. I did determine for.
DeMeco, how about the offensive line? I saw Patterson out there, Dick Jones, Tyson wasn't out there. What are your thoughts right now? How confident are you on that unit?
Our offensive line has done a really good job. I think Coach Schlosser and Cole has done a really good job of putting in the extra time, right? Meeting with the guys, making sure they get caught up to speed as quickly as possible. We got smart guys who picked up things really well. Again, had a clean practice today, and just seeing those guys just continue to improve. I know it's been, a short time for those guys, but they've done a really good job of what they've been asked to do in a short period of time.
Have you determined the starting offensive line to this point?
No.
How would you balance Titus Howard coming back from his hand, working with him with the potential?
Yeah, Titus is still working day to day. We'll see where that gets to with Titus.
Coach, during training camp and preseason, it's easy for those players and even yourself to block out some of that negativity. But going into the season, how are you able to, be able to shut down all that negative outside noise and just focus on what you are?
When it comes to outside noise, right, if you have time to listen to it and know what it is, you're probably wasting your time. Hey, I don't have time to listen to it. I don't know what the negative, noise may be, right? Because I just block out all distraction, and my focus is fully been on the Ravens, and that's our players' focus is fully on the Ravens. If you have time for anything else, right, you're not going to be prepared for this game. So that's our full focus. Like, we're locked in, right, and we're trying to compete to get better every day so we can be ready to go on Sunday.
What's the biggest challenge preparing for a quarterback as unique as Lamar Jackson, especially considering the fact that he's got a new offensive coordinator from last year?
The challenge with Lamar is he's one of the most dynamic players in the NFL. Right, you talk about the athlete that he is and the plays that he's able to make, right, with his feet, but also Lamar does a good job of, putting the ball where he wants to put it, right? He has some more targets this year, right? Their focus has been on emphasis on throwing the ball more, getting him more weapons on the outside, explosive weapons, and we're gonna have our hands full with that, right? Being able to cover those guys, and also having to deal with Lamar and his playmaking ability, right? One of the top quarterbacks in this league when it comes to playmaking, and so respect him his entire career. He's done a really great job for the Ravens, and they've been a consistent organization when it comes to winning and being in the hunt every year. Those guys are always there, so it's a credit to Coach Harbaugh and what he's done with that entire group.
You talk about the consistency of the Ravens. The defense has been pretty good for a while. What kind of challenges does that present? And maybe what kind of challenge would that present for a rookie quarterback versus someone who maybe has seen the Ravens before?
Right, it's going to be tough playing in their place with that defense. That defense, you can go back 20 years. That defense it's been a great unit, and it hasn't changed, right? Coach McDonald's done a great job of leading that unit. They'll give you multiple looks, right? They want to force you to get to third down. They play really good ball on third down. They know how to get off the field. So it's going to be a challenge for our guys, right? Rookie quarterback, it's going to be a tough challenge for us, but it's nothing that we're backing down from or we're not up to, right? We're up to the challenge, and we'll face it. It's one play at a time, and let's see, who comes out on top on Sunday.
What can you tell us about Jimmy Ward and the option behind him if he's not able to go?
Yeah, Jimmy is pushing back, day to day to get back out there. We'll see where Jimmy ends up. Our safeties have been a very deep group for us all throughout training camp. 4 guys back there who can all play. We've all played a lot of ball in this league. So I'm encouraged by the depth at our safety position and feel like it's one of our strongest units on our team.
As a player, what are the differences between starting off the year playing at home and having the fan support behind you versus your first time going out there in action on the road and around the environment?
Whenever you line up, like I told our guys, wherever we line up, it really doesn't matter to me, right? It's about how you execute. Are you on the details of your job, right? Are you doing everything that you're supposed to do, everything that we've coached guys to do? Are you doing that, right, with all the effort that you have, with all the precision, right, that you have? Can you go operate that way? And it doesn't matter where we play it, on the road, at home, no matter how it shapes out, wherever you play, you have to execute. And that's what this game always comes down to, is executing, and it's playing smart and situational football.
What does it say about CJ that he was able to earn that captain status as a rookie?
Yeah, with CJ earning the captain status, it says a lot about his teammates and what he's done over a short period of time of being with these guys, is that the guys respect him. The locker room respects him. They look up to him, right, even though he's a young guy. Right, so I told our guys, you can be a leader. I don't care if you're a young guy. The leadership just doesn't go to the oldest guy in the room. It's about who is the man that can get others around them to play better, right? And that's what CJ can do. That's what he provides for our team.
I know you're locked in for this week, but JJ is going to make his national debut as a broadcaster. And I was curious what you thought, what kind of broadcaster he would be.
Yeah, JJ he provides some comedy. JJ will have some fun with it. Just happy for JJ and his career and what he's done. But I think he'll do a really good job as a broadcaster. JJ has played a lot of football. He's played at a high level. He's played in multiple schemes. So JJ understands football probably better than any defensive lineman I've been around. So smart player. He'll have some really good insight when it comes to the games.
The last game you played for the Texans was in Baltimore. What do you remember from that game?
Last game I played, I remember it was a tough loss for us, right? Being in Baltimore, playoff game, right? Came up short. That young quarterback and T.J. Yates, who was leading the way for us, and we could have done more, and we would have liked a better outcome in that game, but it happens. I'm proud of that team and where we were able to go with a rookie quarterback and being able to go to the second round of the playoffs. I think that was a very successful year for us, right, with the Texans, and proud of that team and what we were able to accomplish that year.
DeMeco, I'm sure there's a million things you can answer here, but in your debut as a head coach, what's the number one thing you want to see from your team?
I want to see our team go out and play with effort, precision, and physicality. I want to see us play clean football. I want to see us play together. All 11 guys playing together, all 11 guys being on the same page and playing as hard as we can play. It's going to be a physical game, so I want to see our team be the most physical team on Sunday. And we know we're going to have to bring it because we're going against a really tough opponent.
You mentioned the memories. How often do you walk around energy in the other place and think about, well, this is the place that I had when I was a player? I mean, how often do memories come back to you? Kind of this duality that you're walking around.
Yeah, this is a special place to me. Being back here, right, coaching for the Houston Texans is a special place, right, a special opportunity. But I never let that, get ahead of me, and I never lose sight of, right, I'm tasked with the job of leading these young men, leading this locker room, right, into a different era, right? So the past is the past. I had great memories here, great friendships, great relationships, great teammates along the way. But it's a new day, right, in Houston Texans football, and I'm happy to lead the charge of the new way and create a new path for the Texans.
We're going to close with Brandon, Cole, and John.
DeMeco, what is the challenge that Lamar specifically presents for your linebackers, and how you can advise them throughout game plans about how to deal with that?
Yeah, what Lamar presents when it comes to the linebackers, right, guys, you have to be very disciplined in coverage, right? Lamar, you have to be on your coverage first and foremost, and then if he does start to scramble, right, you have to be disciplined and maintain, right, your area, what you're responsible for. Sometimes guys get antsy and they lose eyesight of where they should be. So got linebackers, nickels, like that second level of our defenders, they have to be very disciplined in their coverage. Sometimes Lamar is moving around a lot back there. He's going to scramble. He's going to get out at times, and we have to know our time and place of when can we go get him, when do we need to stay back in coverage.
DeMeco, when you look at a guy like Mark Andrews, what kind of troubles does he present specifically in passing the longer?
And Mark Andrews has been a top target for Lamar for multiple years. They have a true connection. Lamar can look to him at any time and he'll find a way to get him the ball. It doesn't matter if he's open or he's covered. Like, we have to be on him. We have to be sticky in coverage, and we're going to have to compete, right, to make a play. He's a really physical player, athletic guy who can stretch the field vertically. So Andrews is a tough out for us.
Last 2 years, John and Aaron.
DeMeco, is there a thing or two that you've learned about being a head coach that maybe you didn't know about when you got the job that you learned over these 6 months?
One thing I don't know, learned, but one thing is definitely came true is that you can't do it all alone, right? You have to have great help, and you have to learn how to delegate and trust the people around you. And that's one thing that's rang true to me as a head coach. It's a lot of work, but I love it. I love coming to work every day, and I'm really appreciative of all the help that I have around me.
Last one, Aaron.
DeMeco, look at the secondary, the talent you guys have assembled, and the wide receivers they have with Beckham, Zay Flowers, and others. What do you think of that matchup, and because of just good against good?
If you're going to play, right, defensive back in this league, corner, safety, you can call it the entire, right, secondary linebacker. If you're going to play in this league, you're going to have a tough match every week, right? These receivers are good, and it's no different this week going against the Ravens with Aguilar, with Odell, with Zay. All these guys are dynamic playmakers, so you just have to be disciplined. Everybody has to play together. Right? You don't go out there and win it on your own. We have to play together, and that comes with rush and coverage playing together.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
in. What are some of the feelings of, like for you as you prepare for your first NFL regular season start?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's amazing, like, to be able to prepare for your first game in the league. Like, you dream about this forever, so it's a blessing, man. Just to be able to be healthy enough to have the opportunity and to go out to Baltimore and play against a great opponent like the Ravens. Defense very veteran, especially up front. Roquan and Patrick Queen are two great linebackers. I think that's what sets the defense, and I know that they're licking their chops, man. About to play hard, and we're going to play hard too. So, big fan of those guys on the other side, and excited to line up against those guys and get to compete. So, really big fan of what they do over there, but got to be on my A game to try to get a Texan win.
After the New Orleans game, you said that. After the New Orleans game, you said how important it was for you to win over the locker room. How do you feel now that you've been named captain?
Yeah, man, it was something that I had as a goal, and I think even more importantly, I don't think like it was just given to me because I was a quarterback. I think from day one I've been a vocal leader. I think I've led by example as well, and I'm taking strides every day, just trying to fix problems while they're there and trying to help the coaches while being a coach on the field. So it was a huge honor and a blessing to be able to be a rookie and be able to be a captain, man. And I don't take that lightly. I'm going to do my best to not only be the best person I can be, but lead this franchise and this organization and this community like I know I should, and I plan to do such.
You worked with Westenberg, and he went down. Stroud, he went down. How have you worked with centers as you approach your first game? How have you kind of done that leading up to your first game?
Yeah, I mean, I just think reps before practice, after practice, just getting timing down, and I trust all my guys up there. Kendrick has came in and worked really hard, and of course J-Pat is very, very talented and works really hard as well. And two guys that want to play very well, and you can feel it while we're in meetings and things like that. So excited to work with those guys, and I know whoever they put in there, I have total trust and faith in them. But it takes time, and you have to be in there to get reps and things like that. So I'm excited to work with those guys.
CJ, as you prepare for your first official NFL game, you've been able to take a moment and just reflect on the path that got you here and everything you've gone through to get to this point in your career?
Yeah, I've done a little bit, but right now I think most importantly just focusing on practice and getting those game-like reps. I definitely think that's probably more important. But at the same time, you do have to remember the dream and remember that you put in a lot of work to get to these special moments. And whatever happens, man, I know that I worked really, really hard to get to where I'm at now, and I'm excited to just keep going. But right now, my focus is just watching film, getting good reps at practice, leading my guys, helping guys out, and doing everything to be successful offense on Sunday. So, but yeah, I do kind of look back and reminisce and just really appreciate all the people on the journey that it took for me to reach my goals and my dreams, and just trying to reach more now. And I'm blessed enough to do that.
What did it feel like when you stepped on the field, take that first snap as an NFL quarterback?
Who knows? I mean, I think I thank God in the NFL we have preseason. I definitely think that helped me a lot. Just getting reps, a lot of reps during preseason. Definitely, I think will help me and hopefully knock out some of those first game jitters. And but who knows? I mean, I'm gonna go out there and just try to be as confident because I know God wouldn't put nothing on me I couldn't handle. So, and I know I put in the work. I will put in the work this week to be confident enough to go out there and play with my swagger and just lead my guys.
First time in the NFL, but you've certainly played in front of hostile crowds before. What are the challenges that presents, and what do you kind of like about facing that challenge? That seemed to be a big source of pride in the Ohio State program, going on the road and playing well.
Yeah, something that back in school we took very, very seriously. We used to always say, man, like we like being the villains. Put on your mask and just ride with the guys that you came in with, and it's only y'all. So a city in a town in a stadium full of opposition, it feels kind of cool to be the villain and try to come over the trap, take over the trap, and that's kind of what we say, at least back at Ohio State. And I'm excited to do that. I hear a lot of good things about the stadium. It's loud. It's kind of like a college atmosphere. So, of course, I played at a lot of loud stadiums, but I don't want to compare that to the NFL. And I want to take everything for what it is, and don't want to like try to cross over things, but just try to just stay true to what that is and what Baltimore is like, and try to just operate at a high level, getting out the huddle. If we got to use silent, and just try to operate at a high level and execute. I definitely think that's most important.
After practice, you've been seeing a lot talking to the defensive backs, the veterans and young guys. How has those battles in practice helped you get acclimated to what you'll see in regards to NFL coverages?
Yeah, Steve and Sting and Shaquille and Jalen, really all of them, even Jimmy Ward, like we talk on a constant basis. Just I like to know what they think and what some things that they can give me that I can be better at, and they ask me for some things that I see that they can be better at, and I definitely think that's like a recipe for success when you can work together on offense and defense to try to be a great team. And those guys help me out a lot, and even Stingley a lot, because I mean he was just in my shoes last year, and he understands what it is to walk in the light that I'm in, and he helps me a lot with that too. So just really appreciative of those guys, and I know that they're going to make a lot of plays and run around, and I expect great things from them, just like they expect great things from us as an offense. So I definitely think that something that I take pride in is just getting to learn all my guys and have good conversation about football, not football. Like I just think like team chemistry and camaraderie is built like that. So blessed enough to have those guys like just be open enough to do that with me.
Couple more guys. Much of Lamar kind of coming up, and what do you think about his game and seeing him on the side?
Yeah, man, I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, man. Remember the first time watching him, I think I was in like middle school, and the video came out. He was running on the sideline. He like stepped back and he went to the end zone. He like just put his hands up. I was like, man, who is this dude? Like, he's nice. But something that has always like intrigued me about him, I think he's a very, very underrated passer. I think he's very, very accurate, especially down the field. And of course, his running ability speaks for himself. But I think he's very smart. I think he's very smart than what people give him credit for. I mean, you see it on tape. I mean, he had a hell of a rookie year. I've watched his rookie season games a couple times, and the way that he can operate and run the ball, of course, but at the same time just be very, very deliberate and accurate in his throwing is very, very cool to me. So I've been a big fan of his, and excited to line up against him, and hopefully get to talk to him after the game. And but really, really big fan of his, and excited to see him have a great year.
Just going into your first regular CJ, how would you best describe the readiness? I remember after the last preseason game, you was actually saying you really didn't know, but now you have had some time to like practice and stuff.
It's going to take time. I mean, I think you only know until you know, and I think I'm doing everything, at least I'm trying to do everything the right way to be able to be ready, and only time will tell. So I can't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go out there and kill it. I got to go do it. So excited to do that, though. And that's what football is about. It's about those uncertainties and lining up against guys who are great as well, which I'm excited to do. And it's a great first test and battle for this team, for myself, and for everybody in this organization, going against a great team like that with great history. I mean, they've been to 2 Super Bowls and haven't lost one. So, like, that just speaks on how they operate as an organization, all the way down from the owner to the GM to the head coach. And, yeah, man, it's just you know that you got to bring your A game because those guys aren't just going to lay over and just let you win. So.
Paul and John finish. CJ, just going into your first regular season game, have you reached out to any other players, either from your time at Ohio State or other quarterbacks, about certain advice? What was the best piece of advice you've been able to give you?
I honestly haven't. I kind of like to just leave people alone. I know we all go through a lot, and we're all really busy. But I've gotten a lot of great advice from great quarterbacks really throughout the summer. Like I got to see Justin Fields, who I played with Ohio State again. Got some great advice from him. Got some great advice from Joe Burrow. I got some great advice from Michael Vick. Just told me just be myself, and you'll make mistakes, but at the same time, man, it's just about the next play, the next drive, the next series, the next game, whatever the next thing is, and just stay true to myself, stay true to my routine, stay true to everything that got you here, and of course adapt that and make it your own. But you don't have to second guess yourself making plays or not making plays. Like everything will come, and they were just telling me, the player you are is enough. And that's something I definitely think is huge, because some people get to these moments and try to be something they're not, or try to be Superman. But I'm going to trust my teammates, I'm going to trust my coaching, and I'm going to trust myself, because, that's what God put in my life, and I'm going to trust God. He wouldn't put nothing on me I couldn't handle. So those are some of the advice I've gotten, and just try to use it every day, man. So.
CJ, other than not committing turnovers, what's something you want to do early that will give you your best chance to play consistently the rest of the game?
I think, man, just execute. I think execution early. Just execute. It's not really, I don't want to give too much out, but just try to execute at a high level, man. Just operate in and out the huddle and communicate well and handle the crowd noise. And when you line up, man, just execute as best as you can. So I definitely think that'll help us and help us get going and withstand the surge. Because those first couple plays are always the hardest. Those D linemen are fresh, and linebackers are shooting out of gaps, and you just got to withstand those first surges. So really excited to go play against those guys, though, and just try to execute at a high level.
How would you compare how you're feeling before your first professional start with how you were feeling before your first ever college start?
Oh man, it's so long ago. I really don't remember like that. I remember kind of just really having a really hard fall camp, like just working my tail off, man, just like grinding really hard and like leaving no stone unturned. And I think I've done the same thing this camp, and kind of try to not compare it, but make it similar so I can just work as hard as I can. So when I get to the season, I just get a good routine, get a good rhythm, and just work from there. So it's some similarities, man, but this is NFL. It's not college. And my first game in college was hard. Like we played Minnesota away, my first game, and actually I just watched my guy Jeff Sims at Nebraska have to go through the same thing. And man, even to him, just keep going. You never know how things will turn out throughout the year, and it might go downhill the first couple games, but the more you can try to catch your rhythm and find your routine and get comfortable with the coordinators and the coaches and your teammates, the more it'll go up. So who knows what's going to happen, and I'm just blessed enough to have the opportunity to go play this wonderful game. So appreciate y'all. God bless.